Hello everyone, Godenot here. From the title of the video, you probably already guessed what we're going to talk about today. How to properly play the Arena of Honor event. And what will we base this on? Well, in case you don't know, some time ago I made a guide called Arena of Honor, what Godenot would do. In that guide, I gave an overview of everything in Arena of Honor, buildings, altars, buffs, and NPC buildings. At the end, I talked about two main event approaches. Stronghold strategy. This strategy basically focuses on building troop camps to capture NPC buildings like catapults and watchtowers, as well as securing altars that provide powerful buffs to help win the match. It's the more difficult strategy to execute. Trading post strategy. This one is much simpler. It focuses on building trading posts and capturing structures that generate points per minute, such as mine shafts and mines. You also prioritize altars that boost your points per minute, like the Altar of the Mother. And in this video, we're going to take it a step further. We'll analyze how these strategies actually work in practice, on a real map, with real players. No theory, no shortcuts, just real gameplay, real decisions, and real outcomes. We'll break down what works, what doesn't, and what you should be doing in each situation to maximize your chances of winning. So if you want to stop guessing and start playing Arena of Honor the right way, stay with me until the end. Now, which strategy will I be using in this video? We're going with the troop camp strategy. Because of that, our main focus will be on building and upgrading troop camps as early and efficiently as possible, capturing key NPC buildings like catapults and watchtowers, securing important altars that provide combat buffs, maintaining strong map control through constant pressure, coordinating attacks and reinforcements to avoid losing key positions. This strategy is all about control, timing, and smart aggression, so every decision matters. Before we dive in, let's take a look at our current situation. We are playing in the Stark faction, which means that any attack we launch, no matter the direction, will benefit from increased troop movement speed. This gives us a huge advantage when it comes to rotating across the map, reinforcing allies, and reacting quickly to enemy moves. In a strategy focused on troop camps and map control, this mobility can be the difference between capturing a key objective or losing it. And as mentioned in one of the main objectives of the troop camp strategy, our goal is to capture watchtowers and catapults. But to do that efficiently, we first need to identify their troop type. And from what we can see here, they are spearmen. This is a key detail, because it directly determines our next move. We need to build infantry camps. Why? Because infantry counters spearmen, giving us a clear advantage in these fights and making the captures much easier and more reliable. So instead of building randomly, we adapt to the situation and build exactly what gives us the upper hand. And with these buildings already set up, now it's time to let the magic happen. From this point on, we'll be in a strong position to start capturing NPC buildings. Our setup is ready, our troop composition is correct, and now it's all about timing and execution, picking the right moments to strike and securing those objectives efficiently. And with the support of the NPC troops, we're able to capture a clan castle. This is a huge objective, because once it's secured, it grants us 10% of the team's total points. That's a massive advantage, not just in score, but also in pressure on the enemy team. From this point on, they're forced to respond, or they risk falling even further behind. So, we've already done the basics, turning our strongholds into troop camps. Now, to fully support this strategy, we need something else to go along with it: buffs. And that brings us to our next objective, securing important altars that provide combat buffs. Ignoring a small part that you weren't supposed to see, grinning face with sweat, we can say that most of our objectives have been successfully completed: building and upgrading troop camps, securing important altars that provide combat buffs, maintaining strong map control through constant pressure, coordinating attacks and reinforcements to avoid losing key positions. However, one objective still stands out. Why is capturing catapults and watchtowers marked in red? In my guide, I also talked about what you could do if you wanted to counter this strategy. And now, looking at the gameplay, can you guess what they did? If you remember a few minutes ago, you'll notice that we had built infantry camps. And what did the Lannister side do? They adapted. They built cavalry camps, which means they directly countered our setup. Since cavalry counters infantry, they gained the advantage in fights involving NPC troops, allowing them to push us back and take control of key structures like watchtowers and catapults. And that's exactly why we started losing those objectives. This is a perfect example of how important adaptation is. No matter how strong your strategy is, if the enemy reads it correctly and counters it, you need to adjust, or you'll lose control of the map. With all of that covered, there are only two objectives left to talk about: Glory City and mine shafts. These are not always the main focus of the troop camp strategy, but they still play an important role in the overall game. Glory City is a major objective. Controlling it can heavily influence the match, whether through points, pressure, or map dominance. Mine shafts, on the other hand, are more about consistent value over time. They generate points per minute, which can slowly build up and make a difference, especially in longer matches. So even though our main focus was on combat and control through troop camps, these two objectives should never be completely ignored. They can be the extra edge that decides the game. And with all of that said, what was the result of the match? Well, yeah, we lost, finishing in second place. Now, let's break it down and compare our performance with the first place team. The Lannister team and the Stark team ended the match with a difference of around 10k points, which is actually quite close. But when we look deeper into the numbers, the reason becomes clear. Lannister team captured 4 clan castles and a total of 79 structures, including altars. Stark team, us, captured 2 clan castles and a total of 49 structures. That's a massive gap in map control and objective dominance. Even though we had strong moments and executed large parts of our strategy correctly, they simply controlled more of the map for longer. And in a mode like Arena of Honor, that directly translates into points. So in the end, it wasn't a crushing defeat, but it was a clear loss. And with that, we wrap up the practical demonstration of the troop camp strategy. In the next video, we'll shift our focus to a different approach, the trading yard strategy, and break down how to use it effectively to generate points and control the game in a completely different way. So if you want to understand both sides of Arena of Honor and know exactly when to use each strategy, I'll see you in the next one.